Alright, this is week 2. We're working on solutions to two variable equations. So what you see in this example here, 4x minus 3y equals negative 2, is an equation, and we have two things that are unknown. We have the variable x and the variable y. Now we can't solve an equation like this because we can only solve equations when we're down to just one unknown. But what we can do are things like test a coordinate pair to see if it works as a solution in the equation. So a point xy is a solution to an equation if when you substitute the values, the x and the y values, into the equation, you get a true statement. Let's see what that looks like. So here we have the equation again. This value right here, it was x. It was this mystery number x. This value right here, this was y in the equation. And we're being asked to check to see if the point 1, 2 is a solution, will work in this equation to produce the result negative 2. Again, remember, when you're working with a coordinate pair, the first value in your coordinate pair is always x, and the second value in your coordinate pair is always y. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the x, and I'm going to put a pocket, a pair of parentheses there, and in that pocket I'm going to put this value I'm told that x might be. I'm going to take out the y, in its place I'm going to put a pocket or a pair of parentheses and replace the y with the number 2. Now to do the operations, 4 parentheses 1 means 4 times 1, and 4 times 1 is equal to 4, and then it says to subtract 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is equal to 6. So I am eventually doing 4 subtract 6, and the result is indeed negative 2. So what we just found out is when I replace the value x with a 1 and the value y with a 2, and I'm to carry out the operations, I do get a negative 2. I get a positive true statement. Alright, now we're going to test the point negative 2, 3 in the equation. Same equation, 4x minus 3y equals negative 2. Again, I take out the x, I put a pocket there, and I put in the negative 2 from this coordinate pair. I take out the y, I put a pair of parentheses there, and I put in the y value from my coordinate pair. Now we carry out the operations. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Subtract 3 times negative 3. That's subtract a negative 9. Alright, subtract a negative 9. How do we do this? Negative 8 subtract negative 9 is just like negative 8 plus a positive 9. And I end up getting negative 1. Now negative 1 is not equal to negative 2. These are not the same result. So what I find out when I try to substitute the pair negative 2, negative 3 in for x and y, I do not get a true statement. Therefore, at this point, negative 2, negative 3 is not a solution of the equation because it just doesn't work to produce a negative 2. Now I want you to try one on your own. I'm going to give you an equation. Let's do this one. Negative 2x plus 7y equals 4. And I want you to test these two values. Let's try, how about 3 and a 1 for their first attempt, and then use that same equation again and try the point negative 3, 5. Alright, I'm going to sign off and come back when you think you have those answers.